What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and today we're diving into an article over at Dextro.com. I'll be including the link in the description below if you guys want to go check it out for yourself. Basically, they're talking about, will Apple or Disney really try to out or go and buy Activision? If you guys aren't aware, Activision Blizzard has been in a sharp decline throughout the start of 2019, and this is hopefully largely in part from gamers' frustration with Activision and Blizzard, with also the fact that they really haven't had a lot of IPs, and they've been just getting their butts kicked all over the board with the loss of Bungie, with no real battle royale. So we'll have to see. We're probably going to see Overwatch 2. There's probably going to be a lot of games being announced at BlizzCon, or at least some kind of hint of the future. Anyway, so investment advisor Nikki and Gerber here, they think Walt Disney Inc. should be interested in the takeover of Activision Blizzard, especially given their ties throughout the Overwatch League. So if you guys don't know, Disney broadcasts through ESPN, Disney XD, and ABC the Overwatch League. And Ludacris thinks that the Disney's potential to take over the esports TV would match perfectly with Activision's own esports projects. Now, obviously, Activision did lay off a bunch of people, and a lot of them had to deal with the esports kind of perspective and things like that. So it would make sense that they wanted to pre-purge. Who knows? Now, Disney's aren't the only one being advised to take over Activision and Blizzard, as JP Morgan also has highlighted the game company as a potential asset for Apple Incorporated back in February, because they would leverage them into an industry rapidly transitioning to mobile. So they say, ideally for an investor, that you want this to happen now. Speaking of the potential for Disney to purchase Activision, investments from Kawasaki already owns around 90,000 Activision shares, worth approximately $4.3 billion, according to Bloomberg. However, Disney's history with the game industry might put them off, though. After failed projects with Playdom and Club Penguin, now they can simply license their characters to publishers like EA to make their games. So Bob, the CEO, Bob Iger, said that we're just deciding what's the best place for us to be in that space, is licensing and not publishing. So they decided they're going to just license out their stuff, and we're seeing Square Enix do things like the Avengers game for them, meaning that a move to take over Activision might not be in their immediate plans. Apple, however, has been taking their interest in gaming up a notch. They recently announced Apple Arcade, a subscription service set to launch with over 100 original games, and that's coming in the fall of 2019. Despite a 43% drop in stock, Activision's market value is still a hefty $37 billion. So it would still be a major decision for even the likes of Apple or Disney, because that's a huge purchase. Both companies could easily have some serious interest, though, but it'll be Disney's penchant for the storytelling and television transporting to esports, or Apple's interest in the mobile gaming market, which will continue to expand rapidly. Activision Blizzard is best known for the popular titles like Call of Duty, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, and they acquired King back in 2016, which makes the popular mobile game Candy Crush. Even though the share value has been in decline, they will expect an upswing later this year as new releases come out, particularly the launch of Modern Warfare, the newest Call of Duty title. I'd have to disagree with that. I think a Call of Duty is really kind of on the outs right now. You never really know, right? Because there's going to be the people who always kind of buy into the Call of Duty mindset, who always sit here and make that $60 a year payment. I think when we see and we look at Black Ops and just the amount of how they're leaning more and more into these aggressive microtransactions and all this stuff that really wasn't there at launch, and then they kind of just dove into it. Honestly, I think they're just trying to scrape any red cent they can out of any willing participants' hands, and that's really the unfortunate thing. So honestly, I'd love to see them acquired. I'd love to see them acquired because it could put new leadership on top of those properties. Whether that leadership is good or bad, we would have to wait and see. I think the current leadership would probably stick around, but what do you guys think? Disney Plus, Activision Blizzard? There's so much here to unpack. I can't even imagine. It's really kind of curious to see. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and have to keep waiting to see ultimately what happens from them. I've been watching their stock, and obviously since the rumors of this has been going on, we're seeing definitely an uptick in their stock at the moment. It's pretty kind of a wild and crazy ride as far as it all goes. Like Activision finished up a whole dollar today at 46.86, and when you look at their trend, they're starting to kind of peak up, because if you're going to be taken over, somebody might as well make some money off of that. I can guarantee you that. But obviously the risk is that, nope, this is just kind of rumors and speculation. And at $37 billion of market value for the whole company, these are the two giants who could afford it. Anyway, guys, sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. Are we about to see a whole freaking takeover of this shifting of the landscapes and an end of an era for Activision Blizzard? Anyway, love to know. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Whoa, you guys are the best. Jorge, Kyle, Philip, 31 Edwards, Rock Druid, Corey Longwith, Aaron, Axis, Hambone, Lady Wild Plays, CN Abs, this is going too fast, Christopher, Phil, Shun, Dragons, Soul, Keen, Knights, Assassin, Carlos, Sherry, Robert, Leyland, Davon, Tim, Jojo World, Terrace, Sora, Scrublord, Trevor, Mill, Almond, 70s, Kimber, Tyler, oh my god, I'm so sorry, Cody, Legend, Carlos, Endless, Jonathan, Jade, Sai, Derek, Brandon, Aaron, Riku, Daryl, Chemistrol, Lauren, The Wolf of the Gar, Kelly, Anthony, Solid, John, Huskree, oh my god, everybody, Dark Later, Christopher, Vestments, Sean, Nopi, Brian, Tom, Dylan, Silent, whew, I missed your names. I'm sorry. I love you all. Oh my gosh, that was tough.